All right, peace to all my Geminis out there in the internet universe. I am the one and only Shakori Shine. Thank you for tuning in to my channel and coming to get your reading. Okay, so this is gonna be a general reading for my Geminis, and we're just gonna tap into you, and we're gonna see what is the current, what's the situation or challenge that my Geminis are currently going through in their love and relationship life. Show me. Okay. What is... So I think this is going to be a Gemini reading about... It seems like you guys might have just met somebody. And you're trying not to move too fast. Oh. And maybe this isn't that you met somebody. I think this is like... So I see a Gemini. I see a situation where, and it's not a. This is cute. I think it's like you could be missing somebody right now, Gemini. Somebody who you had a good, loving relationship with, and you guys might be reconnecting. You're either missing somebody or reconnecting with somebody. But I feel like it's a reconciliation. Reconciliation is crowned in this reading. Okay. And I think what I'm also seeing is just like Gemini, it's like you're just trying not to move too fast. You don't know like what you should do or what you shouldn't do, you know, how you should behave. It's like, are you guys lovers or friends? Excuse me. Okay. Are you guys lovers or friends? All right. And you're just trying to figure out what's the best way, like how should we move forward, right? You know, I think you're gonna end up having a good conversation with somebody. With this person that's on your mind, Gemini, who is like a lover to you, but this person's also a friend to you, Gemini. And I think you're trying to figure out, you know, the best path to take with this person, okay? All right, Gemini, so let's see. What the person's on your mind, what are their thoughts about? What are their conscious thoughts about our Gemini? Like, what kind of thoughts does this person think consciously about our Gemini? What is this person's think about Gemini? Give you another card. Yeah. Okay, Gemini. So this person feels like you're just like focused on yourself. Gemini, like this person feels like you're focused on yourself. You're focused on, you know, building your foundation, right? Building your own personal kingdom and just like working towards your goals, Gemini. This person, so again, I think this is someone who you were involved with or have been involved with. Again, there's like this lovers and friends type of dichotomy or dynamic between you two. And Gemini, I think since you guys have not been in communication or you haven't been talking, it's kind of like this person is just kind of viewing you as like you're focused, your energy, you're very focused, but on yourself, on your goals, on your mission, what you're doing, right? So that's how like their thoughts and perception about you. But let's see, what is their subconscious story, you know, that's playing in the background when it comes, you know, in relation to Gemini? What is this person's subconscious story that they have going on in the background when it comes to their relationship with Gemini? Yeah, Gemini. Like this person, you might be dealing with someone who's like a really like spiritual type Gemini. And this person just kind of like is, this person's like, you know, all is well, everything is working out. This is someone who's in a masculine energy with you, someone who's very present and physically there for you. But right, and I just think that they like subconsciously that's like the archetype of the person they feel like they should show up for you guys, right? But also like they're just kind of like giving, it's like this person is kind of like focused on the higher purpose and mission about what's going on between you guys. It's like this person, like, I would love to be this person for Gemini, but I'm this person. Who I am going to be is kind of like they might have been a little flighty. You see the wings, this person probably flew away from you, Gemini, okay, and stopped being as present with you. It's something about them being in the sky, being in the air, like this person could have literally like gone on a plane and went away from you, that kind of thing. But subconsciously, yeah, they do want to be there for you. They do want to be that type of like, hold space for you, husband figure kind of vibe. But they just have some other things going on in their subconscious that's preventing them from being there for you. It's like this person has a lot of like dreams and goals and ambitions that they're striving for, right? So let's see, on an emotional level, how is this person feeling about our Gemini? What is this person's true feelings for Gemini right now? The person that's on Gemini's mind. Come on, dog. Yeah, look. Their true feelings. They look like this person has like for real romantic feelings for you. This person genuinely does like feel connected to you. They love you, like especially in that like romantic sense. They feel a connection to you, a sensual connection, all of that type of stuff. This person has very romantic feelings for you, Gemini, right? Like I said, I just think that they have some other things going on that maybe they don't even understand. It's like this is someone who feels like, like God is calling them, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like God is calling them to do whatever they need to do and to move how they need to move. And that's why, they kind of went away. Let's see, but what are their intentions towards our Gemini? What is this person's intentions towards our Gemini? Yeah, Gemini. But devotee, this person can't fully commit to you. As as romantic and much love as they feel for you, this person is lacking the ability to fully commit to you or a relationship. Yeah, this person it's so funny in the way that this card showed up like this. The devotee in reverse, she reversed herself, which is so interesting. Yeah, I think this person is kind of like pouring into themselves. They're committed to what they're doing, their own path, and I think they're just finding it hard to, like I said, to commit fully to a relationship. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is someone, they might be an entrepreneur, okay? Because the way that this showed up, it's like what they're committed to is work. What they're committed to is their business. What they're committed to is commerce, okay? And this may be why they found it hard to commit to a relationship with you, okay? Because they subconsciously, they have a lot of beliefs again about how someone in masculine or man is supposed to show up, what they're supposed to do, and all that kind of stuff like that. But it's just I don't know, it's just something else. Like I said, it feels like something bigger, or at least they feel like it's something bigger that is calling them and pulling them to do whatever they need to do, work on their business, right? So show me Gemini in this situation. Give me show me Gemini in this situation in relation to the person on their mind. Yeah, look, Gemini, you missed that person. You missed them. It's you, Gemini. You want to talk to them. Okay? You really, really want to talk to them, and it's like you want to talk about what happened and the relationship, and we've been doing so good, and like I really love you, and all of this kind of stuff. Like I see. I'm sorry, Gemini. You really miss this person. It's like you miss, and you're like even more than just the romantic part. You're like I miss my friend. You know. So let's see. Give me some advice for Gemini in this situation. I see that they miss somebody. They want to talk to them, but give me some advice for Gemini on how they should move forward in relation to this person. Yeah, Gemini, just take some time out. You need to meditate, okay, and get clarity on what it like. You need to meditate so that you can figure out what was the purpose of this relationship. What was I actually learning, right? Like I think you missed this person because you missed the lesson. You miss like you're not fully integrated or understanding what the purpose of you meeting and being with this person was for. Okay, like I said, I feel this. I saw this person had like these romantic feelings for you, but also like this person is like almost kind of like free flowing. You know what I mean? Like they're like I love you, but I can't commit right now. You know what I mean? And so I think you just need to figure out. I think what's gonna help you with this kind of like reminiscing and missing and all of that type of stuff is just getting your lesson out of the relationship, right? Getting your growth lesson. What part of you? And let me see. What part of Gemini, you know, was growing? What part of them wanted to grow in this relationship with the person that's on their mind, right? What was it like? What part of Gemini was actually growing thanks to the relationship that they had with this person, right? The person that they're missing. What was the actual purpose of growth? What was their actual purpose of growth? I do see deep character reflection. Okay. Um, yeah, Gemini. This is so interesting. So Gemini, I think a big part of the growth process was to help you reflect on how you show up in romantic spaces and romantic relationships. It's like you have these kind of like rules and excuse me, you have all these lists. When I'm doing reading, I'm channeling, I don't know, I just burp, and I notice that with a lot of mediums and channelers and stuff, that they burp when they read, and I'm not, and I'm one of them. It's a part of being a diviner, okay. And mediumship. But I think part of your growth lesson in this, Gemini, within this session, and remember this is a general reading, okay, but I do think that all relationships serve to your growth, right? And I think you were just learning in this scenario. You were having to reflect on your own character, right, and how you show up in relationships. But also this point, it's like sometimes, Gemini, I think you needed to get into the point of just learning to enjoy, right? Because lover in the eighth house, she's herself not necessarily seeking commitment per se, right? And learning how to be interdependent versus codependent. I think you needed to learn how to relate to someone without being codependent. And that was a big thing. And I think you missing this person is okay for you to miss them if you guys are in no contact or in some sort of like, long distance or separation now. But a big part of your lesson in this relationship was to learn how to love and become interdependent with people, especially if you have a pattern of being codependent. I think this person removing themselves and chasing their dreams and all of doing whatever they're doing, right, that's not being with you, could have sparked a lot of that within you. But your whole point was to learn how to enjoy for the purpose of enjoyment, right? For the purpose of pleasure, and not necessarily for the purpose of like like being so dependent on another person. Your pleasure comes from within, okay? All of that stuff is coming from within, and you can have pleasurable experiences with anyone of your choosing. It's because of who you are, not but it's not solely based on who these other people are. It could be anybody. You can have a pleasurable experience with a lot of different people, okay? And that's not just like sexually. I'm just saying a good experience. But it's you that brings that forth. You know what I mean? It's coming from inside of you. And I think you were having to learn the lesson of interdependence, right? This might have been someone who was extremely independent, who you were relating with, someone very emotionally independent, Gemini, which was causing you to be able to stand on your own too when it comes to your emotional self, okay? You were really learning. I'm not going to be hyper independent, but I'm also not going to be codependent. I'm going to learn how to be interdependent, enjoy the process, enjoy the flow without having to make this more than what it is. Because everyone's not meant to be in your life. Everyone's not meant to be your person. Everyone's not meant to be married to you. You know, all of that kind of stuff. Sometimes you just got to enjoy it for what it is, right? I think that was a big part of your growth process in this relationship. And I'm going to pull one more card before I end this reading. Give me one more piece of advice for Gemini before we end this reading. Yeah, yeah. Look, focus on your glow up right now, Gemini. Your all of that romantic energy, romanticize yourself, okay? um Romanticize your life. Find peace in solitude right now, Gemini. I just literally just saw something. It was like, you don't need another relationship. You need vitamins and minerals. And that sometimes that could not be truer, okay? I think you are finding peace in being single right now, in not having someone to lean on, not having someone to depend on. It's okay to be alone. Single is a season. It doesn't last forever. Nothing lasts forever, okay? But if you're finding yourself in isolation, if you're finding yourself in singlehood right now, you need to find peace within that, okay? Because that's what's like you focusing on yourself, your physical, mental, spiritual glow up. That's what's gonna eventually attract you, the type of partner that you want to attract. Energetically, where you are right now, I don't think you would want the type of person that you would attract. Just keep working on yourself, keep glowing up, pouring into yourself, and again, find peace in being single. Okay, the best type of lovers are the people who can be alone. All right. If you're constantly looking for someone to depend on, you're using them as a drug. You're using them as a crutch for some things that you're ignoring within yourself. Right. And we don't want to be that. We want to show up and be the most loving version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And if you are experiencing a season of singleness right now, that's perfect for you. Find peace in it, find balance within yourself, harmonize within yourself, create inner union within inside yourself, and it'll eventually be reflected back to you in physical reality. Okay? So I hope this message found you well. I will have links in my description for one-on-ones if you want to get one-on-one support. I'll also have a link to my Pantheon Community Spiritual Center, where we are doing a lot of moon manifest. I'm leading a moon manifestation group. We have sun manifestation, masculine energy work, feminine energy work, androgynous energy work. Whatever you're trying to develop and work on within yourself, come to Pantheon. This is cutting edge vanguard spiritual technology. All right. So all my links have been in my bio. Thank you for watching, and peace.